clank, glug, 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 glug. I was watching the Coke come out of the can with devilish delight. Into whose shoe would it fall? It was flowing along the credenza. I knew it wasn't my shoes because I had put them behind the door upside down. I was watching, it fell down. Into whose shoe would it make a home? Hold on, they look just like my shoes. They are my shoes. How could that be? Auntie must have put them all out in the open, ready for our departure. I was on a sleepover with 10 of my schoolmates. I was feeling very upset. Not upset in angry, but I was literally just paralyzed. Auntie said, "You're as white as a sheet. What's going on? You're going home. Are you homesick? Is that what it is?" The shoes were washed. She brought them out. She asked me to wear them. I just could not do it. I imagined all those sticky particles in the shoe, in the fabric, in the fibers, clinging on to dear life. How can you properly wash Coke out of a shoe? I refused to wear them. So she brought out a pair of slippers, and I had to go home in a pair of slippers. Now, I had never, ever worn slippers outdoors because it was dirty. I was literally paralyzed from fear. And it's not just a childhood thing. Growing up, I noticed that I wouldn't touch things. Do you enjoy having ribs holding onto the bone and just tearing off the meat? Up to this day, I have never done that. In fact, I have my own little tool bag when I go to a restaurant. It's a whole set, 2 different knives, a fork, chopsticks, a spoon. I can eat anything. I can dissect a whole crab, lobster. What about chocolate? Can you imagine the chocolate melting a little bit on your fingertips? I use chopsticks to have chocolate, and I put them in the freezer first just to make sure they're rock hard. And it's not just cleanliness. I need to polish everything, the taps. Now you might be thinking that you're clean as well. You know, you don't have that problem. Sorry, was that a red card? I thought I saw a red card. So you're thinking, I'm clean. You know, I do that stuff. I don't like to hold the bones, but it's much more than that. It's orderliness. And the one thing that causes it to be a real problem is that it plays on your mind all the time. I went to the doctor's office and he looked at me and he said, "Did you suffer a stroke?" And I said, "No, why?" And he looked at my arms because my arms are always inward facing. Because when I go down banisters, when I open the door, I open on this side so that this side is always perfectly clean. So it looks like I'm walking around like I have suffered a stroke. Now, this disorder that I have, my biggest secret, is obsessive compulsive personality disorder. So it's not OCD, it's worse. It's got a P in it, OCPD. I was just in the library the other day. I was heading off to Pascal's triangle. I wanted to know about polynomials. And I passed by the maternity section in the library. And the voices began in my head. "Leave it alone. You're going to the math section. Focus, keep going, keep walking. Leave it alone. Somebody will pick it up." I just couldn't resist going back and ordering the books. Some were fallen over, some were upside down. I ordered them. And then the voice came on again. "Should we order big to small or color coordinate the book covers. How shall we do it? And that's the kind of life that I lead. It's as if you have a bully inside of your head that nobody ever sees or suspects. I also spot things that are a mistake, that are uneven, that are mismatched. They don't go together, slightly off. One example are people's eyebrows. Have you noticed how some people, you know, they're into shaving their eyebrows and painting them? And I'm sitting through dinner watching this person with uneven eyebrows. It's like fingernails going down the blackboard, you know, big screech. I was once at the only time that I noticed that I did resist the urge, I was at a Toastmasters meeting and a young lady walked in front of me in the row before me, getting to her seat. She was wearing a short skirt. The zipper was off on the side. How can you go out with a zipper off on the side? And I felt myself reach over, and then I held back. No touching, no touching. You can't do that. So instead, I got somebody else to do it. Like I had a girl go out. I said, I can't stand it. I won't focus on the meeting. You know, can we get this sorted out? And that is why I joined Toastmasters. I wanted to give this affliction a voice so that people like me don't have to struggle in silence. I want to help people, help sufferers with hope, with humor, how to dance with their conditions. And to do that, I need to use rhetoric, and I need to master the tools of humor and hope. So that is why I am here. Back to you, Toastmaster.